All right, so in order to get today's answer, we're going to be converting from small to big measurements, and you have to divide, okay? So we're going to go from ounces to pounds. So the ounces is the small one, pounds is the big one. So we have to divide. All right, so it said the baby was 136 ounces. And in case you forgot, there's 16 ounces in 1 pound. So we're going to divide by 16. Right? So you can do your skip counting off on the side, your trial and error, but just know that we cannot start dividing here in the hundreds place. Can't make a group of 16 from 1. And then when we look at 13, we cannot start there in the tens place. So we're going to start dividing down in the ones place. So I don't know. I'm going to try 16. 16 times 6. Let's see. 36, 3, 9. That's okay, but that's not big enough. All right, let me go to 8. Because I feel like if I did 7, it wouldn't be any closer. All right, so 48. That's 8 plus 4, 128. That's pretty close. I'm going to try one more, 16 times 9, just to make sure. That's 54. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 5 is 14. Okay, so too big. I'm going to start with 8. So 8 groups of 16. I'm going to take away those 8 groups. Okay, can't do 6 take away 8. You borrow and regroup. And that's 0, 0. Okay, so I have 8 as a remainder. Okay, 8 is smaller than 16, so I know I'm done. But the question said to write your answer as a mixed number and a decimal. All right, so let's start with the mixed number. I'm going to bring this up. Okay, so to do a mixed number, I take my quotient, this 8, the one in front of the R, and that's my whole number. Okay, and then my remainder, because a mixed number has a whole number and a fraction. So my remainder goes on top for the numerator, and then my divisor stays as my denominator. So I'm hoping at this point you see that it says 8 and 8/16, and you realize that, wait a second, 8 is half of 16. So this is really saying the same as 8.5 pounds. Okay, so that's our answer as a mixed number. Let's look at it again. I'll just rewrite out the division. Okay, now we have to change it to a decimal. All right, so I already know this piece. It goes in 8 times, and we had 8 left over. Okay, so to turn it into a decimal, I need a decimal. So what's nice is that I can put in the decimal point. Okay, that takes the elevator up and it sits right there in my answer. Okay. What the decimal point lets me do is add on place values. So after I add the decimal point, I can add on tenths. And I'm just going to bring down that 0. All right, so now I'm looking at 80. Let me see. Up here, I tried 16 times 6. Oh, that was kind of close. The other two I can't use because they're over 100. Let me try 16 times 4. Let's see. That's 24. 64. Let's go one more, because that was pretty close. 16 times 5. That's 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to come back over to my division, and I'm going to put 5 here. Take away my 5 groups. Ugh, I got 0 when I subtracted. So I do not need to add any more zeros and bring them down. I'm done. Okay, so 8.5 pounds as a mixed number, or 8 8/16 as a mixed number, looks like 8 5/10 as a decimal. All right, so here are my possible correct answers. Okay, so we have 8 8/16, which we talked about. It's really 8.5. So I would really like to see you guys change it over pounds. And then when I did it as a decimal, it became 8 5/10 pounds. If you think about it, if I rewrote this as a mixed number, that's really 8 5/10. Isn't 5 half of 10? That's a parentheses there. So it's the same as saying 8.5. Okay. Hope you had good luck today.